Hi, my name is Destiny Ferrero. This is my client Joshua Ferrero. Today we'll be doing heart rate and high blood pressure. And go ahead and put your arm out. Okay. And I'm going to find a pulse. Okay, I found it. I'm going to be timing it for 30 seconds. So I'm going to begin. And that was 32. Now we'll be doing blood pressure. So I'm just going to find. Perfect. So I would say like right here, that's where I feel it. You just take a mental note of that. I'm going to have the blood pressure cuff. You have to make sure not to put it so tight. And it was 140/80.
The next assessment we'll be doing is a 3-site skin fold. The equipment is skin calipers, the Golic tape measure, and a pen just for marking. The common faults for this is that a lot of people measure the skin of the muscle, like they measure muscle and not the fat. And we have to make sure there's no lotion on him and he's not sweating, or else that will slip off the skin calipers. So I'm gonna begin taking measurements for the skin fold test. I'm gonna find the crest of his armpit and then go down to his nipple. So it'd be at 4, and then you half that, so it'd be 2. Now I'll begin doing the skin fold test. I would take about 1 inch and go ahead and just grab on there. And that's 8. Now I'll be doing his abdomen. I'll go from his belly button and put 2 centimeters. That would be right here. And I'm just gonna mark it. Now I'll be doing his abdomen. So again, just take a pinch. That's at 16. Now I'll be taking measurement of his thigh. I'm gonna find his hip bone. Should be right here. Go ahead and lift your. So over here. Down to the patella. So it'll be 20, and then half of 20 is 10. So just mark that. Now I'll be doing his thigh. Again, taking a pinch. It's at 11. So now I'll be doing the second test for it. I'll be starting with his chest. This one's 7. $15, and then his thigh, right ahead. And 11. So for the skin fold test, your first one was 8, 16, 11. So chest was 8, abdomen 16, and then your thigh was 11. For the second test, it was 7, 15, and 11. Since there was no significant changes, I don't need to do a third test. Hi, my name is Destiny Ferrero, and this is my client Joshua Ferrero. Today we'll be doing body composition for waist to hip. All you need is a Golic tape measure, And the common fault for this is generally people wear baggy pants, and that makes it harder to get the right measurement because we're just going to be measuring the bagginess. The tape measure needs to be horizontal, which is this way around the body, not this way. And the tape measure should not be tight when it goes around the body. So I'm going to begin with the waist, and I'm going to find the narrowest portion, which would be right here. And it's at 32. Now I'm going to begin finding the widest angle of his glutes, which would be the hip. Go ahead and put your hand up. It would be at 36. Next we'll be assessing the flexibility. So all I need is a goniometer, and my client will be laying supine on a table. Now we'll be doing shoulder flexion, so go ahead and go back just for compensation. Perfect, go ahead and bring back this way. And now we're going to do the test, so go ahead and go back again. Perfect. So for this one, the axis is going to be the center of the humerus, or the humeral head. So it would be about, say, middle right here. And then the stationary arm is going to be the head parallel mid-axillary line. So this way. And then the moving arm is going to be aligned with the midline humerus. So about here. And he is at 178. Now we'll be doing elbow flexion. So go ahead and go put your elbow up. There's no compensation, perfect. And then bringing it back down. And then go ahead and do it again. So for the axis, it's going to be the lateral epicondyle of the humerus. So it'll be about right here. The stationary arm is going to be aligned with the humerus, and then the moving arm is going to be aligned with the radius. And you are at 140. Now I'll be having him do his hip. I'm going to have you just go up to see if there's any compensation. Perfect. Go ahead, go back down. And then this one you're going to go all the way to see how far you can go. Go ahead. Perfect. Go ahead and stay there. So my axis is going to be at the lateral aspect of the greater trochanter, so it would be about mid right here. Go ahead and move your arm up. Thank you. Stationary arm is going to be aligned with the lateral midline of the pelvis. And then my moving is going to be lateral midline of the femur. So are you all the way? Mm-hmm. Can you stretch more? Very good. Perfect. So we're aligned here. And that would be at 96. I'm going to start with your knee first. I'm going to have you just lift your knee up to see if there's any compensation. So go ahead. And slide it. Perfect. Go ahead and go back down. And then go all the way as far as you can. Perfect. Okay, so my axis is going to be at the lateral epicondyle of the femur, so it would be right here. And then my stationary arm, which is the arm with the line, will be aligned with the greater trochanter, which is basically at the hip. So move this. And then my moving arm will be aligned with the lateral humerus. So that's lined up. The lateral epicondyle and the greater trochanter. So you are at 135. We'll be doing the sit and reach test. The first thing would be your heels need to be at the edge of the tape. So go ahead and push yourself back. Keep going. Perfect. Make sure you're shoulder width apart. So go ahead and you can spread your legs out a little bit. It's like, you could come up more. Perfect. And your hands need to be placed like this. You're just gonna take a big breath in and then exhale. You can put your head down, and we're gonna do 2 attempts of this. So, and then once you reach out, you could just put it down so I could get your measurement for it. And go ahead whenever you're ready. Perfect, you're at 13. So that's attempt number 1. This is attempt number 2, so go ahead. And now we'll reach 14. So I'll be demonstrating the push-up. I'll be doing modified, but for you, you'll be doing a regular push-up, and your toes are just gonna be pivotal. That's the only difference. And I'll be on my knees. So make sure you're not too wide. Elbows here, and just down. So again, you'll be doing a regular push-up. The common faults for this would be you're gonna have, some people have wide elbows. They drop their hips, and then the stomach touches the mat. For a proper push-up, make sure your chin touches the mat, and that'll be counted as 1. It's broken when you just can't do anymore or your form goes bad. Okay? Good? Okay. Perfect. Next we'll be doing the curl up test. All you need is a mat. I have marked it off already. The common faults for this is that they don't reach past 12 centimeters, or reaching past 12 centimeters with one hand. It's not even. Or lifting feet off the ground, or falling behind off beat. So now we'll be doing the curl up test. So my fingers are going to be at the masking tape. My knees are going to be bent. And I'm going to be laying on my back. And for this one, the metronome is at 40. And I have to make sure that my feet are on the ground and that we're on like the same pace. If cadence is broken, which means like you're not keeping up, then we're done with the test. So I'm gonna be set. I'm gonna demonstrate. So that's the demonstration. Okay, so we're gonna start your test. Make sure your feet are gonna stay down, and make sure you're just gonna slide. You don't wanna jerk up. So once you hear the first beat, I'm gonna begin. Ready? Okay, I'm gonna start. We're doing your heart rate for 30 seconds. Okay. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna begin. So that was at 34. Now I'll be doing your blood pressure. So I'm gonna find it. and it was 140/80.